Have you ever wondered why you constantly feel like you're not good enough even when you're succeeding? It's a perplexing conundrum, isn't it? You're achieving, you're excelling, and yet there's this nagging sense of self-doubt that lingers, casting a shadow over your accomplishments. This self-doubt doesn't discriminate. It creeps into the minds of the most successful individuals, creating a haunting feeling of unworthiness. It's like an invisible chain holding you back, making you question your own abilities, achievements, and worth. Let's give this feeling a name, shall we? It's called Imposter Syndrome. It's a common phenomenon touching the lives of many across various fields, from artists to scientists, from entrepreneurs to athletes. It's a universal experience, a shared struggle. This unwelcome guest in our minds, this imposter syndrome, can sabotage our success, but we have the power to show it the door. Welcome back to our channel. Before we delve into our topic for today, do hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Really helps us out and doesn't cost you anything. Having done that, let's now dive deep into understanding imposter syndrome. A term coined by psychologists in the 70s, it is not a rare disease, but a common self-perception issue. This syndrome can be an unwelcome inhabitant in the minds of many brilliant individuals, casting a shadow of doubt and insecurity over their accomplishments. Imposter syndrome is a psychological pattern where people question their skills, talents, or accomplishments, and harbor an internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. Those suffering from this syndrome often feel they don't the success they have achieved, even when there's ample external evidence of their competence. It's not a trait of modesty, but a debilitating belief that their accomplishments are the result of serendipity rather than their own merit. Chronic self-doubt is one of the most common symptoms of imposter syndrome, leading to over-preparation or procrastination. Individuals may overwork themselves to avoid being discovered as frauds, or they may delay tasks till the last minute because they believe they won't be successful. Another is the feeling of intellectual fraudulence, the constant fear that their colleagues or superiors will discover their perceived inadequacies. This syndrome can greatly one's mental health, leading to increased levels of stress and depression. It can hinder progress in personal and professional life, as the fear of failure or being discovered can prevent individuals from pursuing opportunities and reaching their full potential. Imposter syndrome doesn't discriminate. It can affect anyone, irrespective of social status, work background, skill level, or expertise. From students to CEOs, many people from all walks of life grapple with this self-doubt. The syndrome can be a silent success killer, but recognizing it is the first step towards banishing it. It's crucial to understand that these feelings of fraudulence are just symptoms of a syndrome, not a reflection of reality. And remember, you're not alone in this. Many people deal with these same feelings. Tuned as we delve into personal stories and explore ways to overcome imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome doesn't discriminate. It affects people from all walks of life. And today we're delving into the personal stories that prove this point. Let's begin with a young woman named Elizabeth. During her first year at a prestigious university, she was constantly plagued by the thought that she was not as intelligent as her peers. She believed her acceptance was a fluke, a mistake in the system. Despite earning top grades, Elizabeth could not shake the feeling that she was an imposter in an academic world she didn't belong to. Then we have David, a seasoned professional, respected by his colleagues and admired for his expertise. Yet he spent sleepless nights worrying about being exposed as a fraud. Each promotion, accolade, or praise was met with skepticism and self-doubt. He felt as if he was merely acting out a role, rather than truly deserving of his success. Our third story is about Maya, a talented artist. Her paintings have been displayed in galleries and have garnered high praise. Yet rather than feeling proud, Maya often dismissed her achievements as mere luck or good timing. She feared that one day people would realize her art was not as exceptional as they believed. These stories, as diverse as they are, all share a common thread: the pervasive and relentless doubt that undermines self-belief and self-worth. From the hallowed halls of academia to the bustling world of business, from the creative sphere to just about any domain you can think of, imposter syndrome lurks, casting shadows over success and accomplishment. These stories are not unique. They are echoed in countless others across the globe, from people of different ages, backgrounds, and professions. They are shared here not to dwell on struggle, but to illuminate the universality of this syndrome. To let you know that if you've ever felt like an imposter, you're in good company. Remember, the most accomplished people often grapple with self-doubt. It's not a reflection of your actual capabilities, but rather a distorted perception of your self-worth. These stories are a reminder that you are not alone in this battle against self-doubt. Battling imposter syndrome is not a one-day affair. It's a continuous process of recognizing and reaffirming your worth. So, how does one overcome this pervasive sense of self-doubt? Let's delve into some practical strategies that can help you reclaim your self-confidence and silence the inner critic. Firstly, one must learn to acknowledge their achievements. Often we downplay our accomplishments, attributing them to luck or external factors rather than our skills or hard work. It's crucial to pause, reflect, and give ourselves credit where it's due. Whether it's a project you completed, a compliment you received, or a goal you achieved, make it a practice to recognize these moments of success. Secondly, seeking support can be a powerful tool in overcoming imposter syndrome. We all need a sounding board at times, someone who can offer perspective when we're unable to see the bigger picture. This could be a trusted friend, a mentor, a therapist, or even a support group. Remember, it's okay to ask for help. Sharing your experiences and feelings can alleviate the sense of being alone in this struggle. Now, let's talk about self-affirmation. This is the practice of positive self-talk, a way to counteract the negative voices in your head. This might feel a little odd initially, but it's a powerful technique that can shift your mindset over time. Try starting your day with a positive affirmation like, "I am competent, I am capable, I am worthy." Repeat these words to yourself until they become a part of your belief system. While these strategies can be effective in combating imposter syndrome, it's crucial to remember that this journey is about self-compassion. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you'd extend to others. It's about acknowledging that it's okay to not know everything, to make mistakes, and to be a work in progress, because we all are. And finally, self-belief. This is the cornerstone of overcoming imposter syndrome. No external validation can replace the power of believing in oneself. It's about trusting in your abilities, your worth, and your potential. It's about embracing the fact that you are enough just as you are. Overcoming imposter syndrome is not an easy journey. It's a path strewn with self-doubt, fear, and uncertainty. But remember, it's also a path of growth, self-discovery, and empowerment. And with each step you take, you're not only silencing the imposter within, but also nurturing the authentic, capable, and worthy individual you truly are. Remember, the key to overcoming imposter syndrome lies within you. Imposter syndrome can be a tough adversary, but you are tougher. So let's just quickly recap what we've delved into today. We started by examining the plague of self-doubt, a common thread in many of our lives. We explored how this self-doubt often manifests itself as imposter syndrome. This nagging feeling of being a fraud despite our accomplishments and skills. We heard personal stories from individuals who've grappled with this syndrome, and in doing so, we discovered that it's more prevalent than we might think. It was a poignant reminder that even the most successful among us can struggle with feelings of inadequacy. Then we dug into strategies for overcoming imposter syndrome. We learned about the importance of recognizing our achievements and internalizing our successes. We talked about seeking support, whether from mentors, therapists, or a trusted group of peers. And we emphasized the power of positive affirmations and a growth mindset in combating these feelings of self-doubt. Remember, this is a journey, not a destination. Overcoming imposter syndrome is not about a quick fix, but a continuous process of self-awareness and self-improvement. And while it may be a solitary journey at times, remember that you are not alone. We encourage you to share your experiences with imposter syndrome, your trials, your triumphs, your tips, to help build a supportive community. Your story could be the beacon of hope that someone else needs. The more we talk about it, the more we normalize it, and the easier it becomes for us all to tackle it together. In closing, it's crucial to remember that you are not an imposter. Your skills, your achievements, your worth, they are all real. You have every right to be where you are and to strive for where you want to go. You are worthy, you are capable, and you are not an imposter. Believe in yourself and the world will follow suit.